Who will become the next king of Roblox is a question that not many people have the answer to, but guess what? Back in my day, they used to call me Albert Einstein, okay? Because in this video, we are going to be getting that very question answered for who will be the next king of Roblox. So if you're new to this channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because your boy is about to hit 1,000 subscribers. You know what? Don't just hit the like button and subscribe button. I want you to smash both of them. Smash it with your fingers right there. Just smash it, all right? And let's get into the video. Now, before we do get into the video, I do want to let you guys know that I have a Discord, linked in the description below. So whether you're a viewer trying to support me or just a content creator trying to meet other people or just, expand your horizon, go in that link in the description and join the Discord. You're going to get to meet great people and you get my videos on time and you get everything access to you. So go in that link in the description and join the Discord. Now let's get back into the main parts of the video. Alrighty, what is going on, guys? Right, we're looking at this question: who will become the next king of Roblox? Okay, obviously we do have some honorable mentions, right? The murder mysteries, the adopt me's, those were guys that kind of reigned during their time. But nowadays we're in like a way modern era. Okay, and I don't even know what type of era we're in Roblox anymore, but it's fine. Okay, that's not what's important, right? We're looking for who will become the next king, who will take the crown to become that next go of Roblox. Okay, so let's do some digging first. Okay, so obviously the previous king of Roblox, the ones that pretty much carried Roblox back then, was Bloxfruits. Okay, if y'all want to be for real, Bloxfruits kind of saved us. Okay, I mean, there were other games on here that were maybe not as fun. I think the reason why Bloxfruits was so popular, obviously it was that One Piece game. It's probably the best One Piece game that was created during that time. And obviously we had a little bit of action. We had some action going on, right? We could do some fighting, some PvP, some sea battles, whatever it is you wanted to do, you could do it on Bloxfruits. That's what kind of made that game pop up. Okay, award shows, everything. That game was absolutely a cinema to watch. Okay, you know what I'm talking about? Bloxfruits reigned. They did their thing, they were cooking, and they did the need when they needed to. That's how simple to put it. Okay, Bloxfruits was a game that dominated for a while. Okay, they dominated for a while. Nobody was able to match up to them. I mean, even Bloxfruits being created, right? It made obviously some other games to be created. King's Legacy, Grand Peace Online. You have other games, Haze Peace. There were so many other pirate games that have now come to be just because Bloxfruits started that chain. Okay, that's how big of a game is. You're big when you have other games being created just by you being created. That's what I'm saying. Obviously these games try to form as a competition against Bloxfruits, but they couldn't compete. Okay, this was a game that was getting nearly 400,000 active players just through the midweek. On a Monday, you could see like over 400,000 people on that game. It didn't make sense to me. I mean, I didn't understand that beating up NPCs was that fun. Okay, maybe some people took it as a way to get their angers out. Maybe that's why it was so fun. I don't know. Okay, but I definitely defeated a little over 2,000 NPCs to get to max level, but that's not what's important, right? But we're looking at Bloxfruits. They did the needs, and obviously they've kind of laid back a bit, right? We got games like Dress to Impress, Brookhaven kind of dominating over them at some points. So we're just going into it, and Bloxfruits is backing out a bit, right? And then we get into 2025 and 2025 was just a year that's just it's mind-boggling. Obviously before 2024 we thought we were gonna get another absolute cinema game, which is Rell, right? We all knew, we were all excited about Rell, and then that boy said, oh sorry, we can't drop it. And we all stood there having our eyes open like, bruh, like there's no way y'all couldn't get that game out. But it's fine, right? It's fine, it's totally fine, right? But let's get into 2025 now. What games? We got 3 main games that are probably dominating. Okay, we got one from a deer chasing you across the field if you don't got a light, like a torch on you, right? And then another one, we got you're just whacking people, just stealing from people and whacking people. And then another one, we got you just peacefully doing your thing. Okay, you just planting your garden and we doing it. Okay, so what are those 3 games? 99 Nights in the Forest. This is the game, like I'm talking currently, right? Currently, we're talking about who will be the next king of Roblox. We're talking about like right now, currently, who are the ones that are reigning over Roblox. Number 3, 99 Nights in the Forest. Okay. This game is plain and simple. First of all, I don't know why there are kids in the jungle. Where's your mama at? Where's your parents at? They just let 4 kids just casually stroll into a forest with cultists and a deer that's randomly chasing you. Okay, and your job is to pretty much survive, find all the kids, and don't get eaten up by some wolves, some bears, and a deer. Most of all, the main character, the main bad guy of this is a deer. That's who you're trying to survive against. Okay, so good luck trying to survive that game. Don't get me wrong, I think it's definitely a fun game. You should go ahead and check it out. For number 2, okay, if there's one game that teaches kids to become thugs and gangsters, it is Steal a Brain Rot, okay? Because tell me why I could just mindlessly buy my brain rot and mind my own business, but then from heaven God knows where, I get slapped to another dimension just because you want to steal from me. Like, I don't understand how that works. Why are you trying to steal from me? Okay, I mean, I think many people see this as a way to get out their anger. I don't know why they need to get out their anger, but some of them I guess just do. Okay, and I was just mindlessly just casually walking, and I get the slap of my life from the backhead. It's just someone slapping me because I see them little legs moving and trying to steal a brain rot. Okay, the amount of avatars that has been invented just so they don't get smacked by brain rotters, I don't understand. Okay, I don't think the main focus of this is not to look at the brain rot, right? It's the fact that you can smack people. That's violent. That's very violent, okay? And I think we're not supposed to be violent here, but it's fine. But it's fine. All right, and number 1, right? Which game is currently doing the deed? Which one is currently, doing the needy and doing what they need to do? You know what that game is? That is Grow a Garden, okay? 21.7 or 5 million players. That's all I gotta say. The game obviously is a pretty peaceful game. You're just casually farming and just doing your thing. You're buying seeds from seed shops. I mean, I've never seen a game that has made people quit other games so quickly just to hop on a game to buy a seed. I don't know. I've never seen a game like that. This game is mind-boggling. The amount of kids I've seen just crying because they missed a seed from the shop. It's insane. Okay, but obviously it's a very peaceful game. You're just casually placing your seed down, just mindlessly moving through things. So you're placing your seed down, you let your tree go, but then there's obviously another thing where you're just minding your business and someone pulls up with a banana the size of The Rock next to you, or someone pulls up with a coconut the size of Kevin Hart's head. I don't know what else is there. Okay, that's all people are doing. But to me, Grow a Garden has definitely reached. I've played the game a lot, don't get me wrong, but it's a game that has definitely reached the top and is probably the reigning kings of Roblox. Obviously, they are the biggest game on Roblox ever. Ever. They're the biggest game on Roblox ever, okay? And that is insane to me because this game, last time I checked it, the amount of players that have played the game in total, to the best of my knowledge, I believe was 15 billion that I've seen. Like, that's 15 billion that have played the game as a whole. That is an insane feat for a game to hit. Obviously, you do have Steal a Brain Rot that came in like number 2 for the most active players at some point online, right? They were doing pretty good, okay? I believe like Steal a Brain Rot had like what, 3.2 million. I forgot what day it was, but I will take a guess that it was probably like an update or something. But I just saw it and I just saw like over 3.2 million players playing it. Like even right now that I'm on the game, I see 1.8 million players playing the game. To me, I just lost like I just lost stuff. Okay, and I think I should have maybe paraphrased that a bit. I said the biggest game ever, but Grow a Garden is more of like the biggest game to have like players active at some point. Okay, let me rephrase that. I think that was better. They're the game that has had the most active players ever on Roblox, ever. That's like just concurrent, just going on through the day. They've been able to keep over 1 million active players at some point. I think the people with the most, I forgot, it's maybe like Adopt Me or something, but I think Blockshoots has like 52 point something billion, right? Players ever played. So I mean, I'm not really sure how many people have played, like which one's the most, but obviously the most concurrent one for 2025 is probably, that's the one that's been easy. I mean, they're probably the fastest people that have reached 1 billion. I would think Grow a Garden is the ones that have been the fastest ones to hit the 1 billion mark. Okay. All right, but now let's shift away from that conversation and now talk about who will be the next king of Roblox. Who will be the ones to reign Roblox, to pretty much be the next big dogs, okay? And we're gonna go from like 3rd, 2nd, and 1st, okay? With number 3, I think Steal a Brain Rot's still gonna be a good one, okay? And the reason why is because these guys are coming up with so many more updates, and they're pretty much updating that game every week. So we're getting an update weekly on that game. But to me, it's just a game you can just knock out yourself, okay? You could stress out your anger, whatever anger you had before in you, that anger would have gone by the time you left the building, okay? Trust me, Steal a Brain Rot, I think, is going to be a game that definitely definitely does pretty well. Okay, they're still going to be doing pretty good. I mean, obviously moving into 2026, I don't think Roblox is going to be played that much, obviously, because we got GTA 6 coming and we got so many other games coming. 2026 to me is going to be the litest of years. It's going to be a lit year. Okay, it's going to be an amazing year. We got some crazy stuff coming out and some pretty insane stuff just going on in general. Okay, so I mean, steal a brain rot, number 3. Number 2, okay, I think number 2 should go to Rell. Okay, I think Rell is definitely gonna start a new era. Rell in my eyes will start a brand new era. Obviously, I'm not trying to be like the delusional people that go, oh, Rell is gonna hit 30 million. Okay, and if you're that type of person that thinks Rell is hitting over I don't know, 6 million on release, I don't know what to tell you. That's a bit crazy to me. Okay, but you know, it's fine, we're gonna ignore it for now. But Rell number 2, I think it's a game that's definitely, you know, quality and quantity. You're gonna have a lot of stuff to do in the game, and since it's a brand new game, you're definitely gonna want to just compete. You're just gonna want to do really well in the game. Obviously, when the game does come out, your boy is gonna be just constantly streaming. Okay, I would just be streaming, okay, for the longest time possible. That's all I personally would be doing. But obviously, you know, Rell is number 2. I think it's a valid game. On release, I think the game's big enough to do up to what, close to 5 million unreleased. Okay, it's a pretty big game, and it's a game that's obviously been good. Okay, now before we get to number 1, let's list some honorable mentions that have been pretty good so far. Okay, Blue Lock Rivals, a game that's been pretty good. Obviously, I think their player counts have dropped quite a lot recently, but you know, just before all this, I think Blue Lock Rivals was a game hitting like 400k players active through the week. Okay, so I think Blue Lock Rivals obviously is a very like close call, not for first place, don't get me wrong, it's not for first place. Blue Lock Rivals is, let's say, you know, close to that third place spot. Okay, they barely made it, they barely almost made it into that third place spot. Blue Lock Rivals being an honorable mention for this. Another one being an honorable mention, I think Rivals is also a pretty good honorable mention. They've been pretty good, you know, just in general. I think the game's pretty fun, and it's a pretty good game in general. They've been, you know, consistent. They've been consistent and have averaged that same player count that they've been wanting to average for a good amount of time. Okay, obviously you also have like Strongest Battlegrounds, another game that's been pretty good. Okay, they've been pretty good, and they've been doing some deeds, and they've been cooking a little bit. Okay, now for the number 1 spots, and the people that take the crown to become the next biggest game on Roblox, if not the biggest game on Roblox for a while, it's gonna be Grow a Garden. Alrighty, so if you want to find more ways to support me, definitely go in that link in the description. Watch the next videos that are on the screen right now. Join the Discord, and smash the like button. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers. Alright, y'all boys, have a good one. Peace.